Hi guys, so my name is Hafiz and I am the guy behind this channel, and I'm probably gonna change the name. I'm not sure to what while I'm recording this, but it used to be called Supir Mini. And for the non-Indonesian speakers, that basically means mini driver, because you know I drive a couple of classic minis. Anyways, a few years ago I decided to make car vlogs revolving about my life with a couple of classic mini, but I didn't, after making 6 videos, I didn't enjoy the whole thing. I didn't enjoy filming, hosting and editing the videos by myself. I also didn't enjoy making videos speaking in Indonesian, because I express myself better in English, so I stopped making those videos. So I'm going to try making videos again, this time with a new format, with a new camera gear, and I am going to have a couple of friends helping me out. And most importantly, I'm going to be speaking in English, because I express myself better that way. So yeah, so for this first review, I'm reviewing this 2019 Mini Cooper 60 Years Edition. So this is basically Mini's way of celebrating their anniversary back in 2019. The Mini Cooper 60 Years Edition comes in several different versions. This one here is the 3-door hatchback Mini Cooper, not the S, and it's in British Racing Green. But you know, like most special edition minis, it's just a normal Mini but with some cosmetic upgrades. In this case, there's some racing stripes with 60 years written on it. 60 years side vents, special edition 17-inch 6-spoke wheels that actually I really like. And then on the inside, the steering wheel looks standard, but there's a number 60 on the bottom to commemorate the anniversary. And the door sills has 60 years written on it. And of course, there's the brown leather seats with contrasting green stitching, which I rather like. Basically, you won't forget that this is a special edition car, and yeah, they try really hard to remind you that this is special, and it kind of does feel special. But apart from that, the car is pretty much the same as any other Mini Cooper, you know. So with that out of the way, so let's talk about the driving. Quick info about the specs. The Mini Cooper comes with a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder engine with a turbocharger producing 136 horsepower. Power is delivered through a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox, which is really smooth both for city and highway driving, but no manual option if you're in Indonesia, and of course power is delivered to the front wheels. Now that 3-cylinder engine sounds a bit small, but you know, it accelerates pretty quickly, and it's only about when you get to 160 kilometers an hour that the car feels a bit heavy and struggles a bit with the wind resistance, but below that it's pretty quick. I'm going to put some numbers here on the screen because I haven't checked before I made this video, but I'm gonna put some numbers right about here, I guess. But yeah, the engine itself sounds good. I do miss the subtle bangs and crackles that you get in the Mini Cooper S, because that car has a 4-cylinder engine and it has a different exhaust system, which I actually quite like. But this car sounds pretty good as well. It's a 3-cylinder, it's a nice 3-cylinder rumble, you know? Like, it sounds spirited. Now, I love how the car handles. The steering feels quick and direct at slow speeds, with great feedback, so you can really feel what the front tires are going through when you go through a corner. At high speeds, the car is also very stable. Up to 140 kilometers an hour, the car remains planted and changes lane as graceful as a ballerina. That direct feeling steering also gives you a lot of confidence at high speeds. Now, the one problem that I think this Mini Cooper has is the steering weight. So if you put it in the normal or green mode of driving, it's really light, so it's actually really nice for in-town driving. But when you get on a highway, it feels a little too responsive. The car feels nervous and jittery, and I don't like that. And when I go on the highway, I put it into sports, so there's more weight in the steering wheel, so it's not too responsive, it doesn't feel nervous, and I just think that's worth noting. What I don't like about this car as a trade-off of that handling is the stiff ride. Of course, this new F56 Mini is more comfortable compared to its predecessors, but I think especially with its run flat tires and at slow speeds and at rough uneven surfaces, this car is really bad. But you know, when you're going over say a speed bump, it's fine, but on rough uneven surfaces it's not great. I don't like the way the car rides, but maybe with a normal tire instead of the run flat tires, it's gonna feel better. Who knows? That being said, you can still drive the car daily. It's not like the ride is totally unbearable, and of course I appreciate just how good the interior is, and it makes the car more bearable to drive daily. It's relatively well equipped. You get Bluetooth, a touchscreen, cruise control, and of course the fit and finish of the interior is on par with any compact German sedan that you can find. Some of the things that you don't get in this model is the sunroof, GPS connectivity, and electric seats. But apart from that last one, you can spend a bit more money and get the Mini Cooper S for more power and more features. So you do get a bunch of useful features in this car, and one of the things that I really like is the ambient lighting, which I'm going to show you guys with this B-roll footage. I really like this, and I think every car should have a multicolor ambient lighting. Now, other features that I like as well is the wireless charging pad inside the center console, very useful, and these radio preset buttons, which are touch sensitive. So for example, if I want to change to a certain radio station, instead of pressing each buttons until I find the right one, I can just lightly touch it, and the radio station that's been saved into that preset will appear on the top left of the screen. It's not a big deal. I mean, I don't even listen to the radio all that often anymore. But yeah, it's these little details, these small little touches in a car that makes it feel special, and I do think that it should feel special. I mean, considering the price you're paying. Not only the interior feels like a compact German sedan, it is priced like one as well. So according to the Mini website, this car a Mini Cooper is around 765 million Indonesian rupiah, and this special edition car, if I'm not mistaken, was around 30 million more. And for our international viewers, with current exchange rate, it is about $47,000 US. So yeah, that is a lot of money. Now, whether or not that's expensive depends entirely on your finances, obviously. But if you like a sporty car that handles well and fun to drive, the Mini is definitely worth it. Despite only having 136 horsepower, the Mini still feels really fast, and really more than fast enough for daily driving. But if you want something more comfortable, something more relaxed and nice to cruise in for long journeys, I recommend looking for something else, a Mercedes or BMW perhaps. Their entry-level SUVs and sedans cost around the same money. The Mini is definitely more of a sports car by nature and designed for the driving enthusiasts. Worth your money if you like enthusiastic driving and a car with a funky personality. Definitely not worth it if you want a comfortable cruiser. Other things to note, well, the Mini comes with 5 years of service warranty, so you don't have to pay for the service fee for 5 years. You get 3 years of spare part warranty, so if anything goes wrong with the car and it's the manufacturer's fault, you don't have to pay for the spare part unless it's like an external factor. So for example, if a rat bite your intercooler pipe and it makes a hole, the dealership is not going to pay for that. You're gonna have to pay for it for yourself. And you also get, I think, 3 years of tire coverage. I forgot whether it's 2 or 3 years, but this kind of service is subject to change depending on when you purchase the car and what kind of deal you strike with the dealership. So, you know, just ask your your sales advisor, you know, and you'll find out what kind of deal you're gonna get. One more thing, the tax is about 10 to 13 million Indonesian rupiah. That also depends on which model you're getting, which kind of which model of the Mini Cooper you're getting. But yeah, it's around that money. That's also about the same tax for Mercedes C-Class, for a German sedan. Now, to conclude, I first drove the Mini Cooper S a couple of years ago, courtesy of Plaza Mini, and I like the car in most ways. I like the speed, I like the handling, I like the interior, but I didn't like the way the car rides. The car was, for me back then, was really uncomfortable, and to the point where it just ruins the whole experience for me. You know, honestly, a Mini on some roads, not always, but sometimes it feels like a Japanese hatchback. It's about as comfortable as a Japanese hatchback, not gonna lie. But yeah, I didn't like the experience back then. Now I can honestly say I really like this car. You know, I've been living with this car for a year. I've been driving it for about, well, not a lot, only 1,800 kilometers in the mileage, so that's not a lot. But I've been driving it a lot more, and I've been living with it, and I really like this car. I am honestly going to say I really like this car, and I love the way it handles. And yes, it's still uncomfortable on certain occasions, but thanks to the interior, thanks to the equipment that you get, it's bearable. I really like this car. There's no other way to put it. Anyway, that's it for this video, and being my first video in a while, I would really love to hear your feedback. Let me know what you like, let me know what you didn't like about this video, and also if you have any questions about the Mini Cooper, you can ask away in the comments. You can ask in Indonesian or in English. I will reply to you guys, and also if there's enough questions about the Mini, I might just make another video about this car, maybe like a walkthrough video or something. But you know, that's been it for now, and see you guys on the next one. Bye.